Alright, so, the other day, I was thinking, um, about some experiments I wanted to do, and a lot of them take, different types of acid, and I was looking at, in Canada, how to get a bunch of different acids, and there's not a lot of easy ways to do it, but I did find that if you want to get sulfuric acid, that auto stores sell battery fluid, which is just pretty much sulfuric acid, and I'm pretty sure it's around 38% sulfuric acid, I think. I'm not sure. It doesn't say on the box or anything, but it comes in like a big carton, and that cost me about $60 for 20 liters. So yeah, a lot of the experiments I want to do take different types of acid, but to get all the different types, I'm gonna have to start with sulfuric acid and try to convert it into other things. And for that, I'm gonna need concentrated sulfuric acid. So that's what I'm doing right now. Alright, so I took the sulfuric acid out of the carton, and I got, it was around like a cup's worth of sulfuric acid, and I poured it in this casserole dish. And I get it on the barbecue, and I get it boiling away. You can see vapors coming off, so that should be mostly water. At this point, it should almost have no hydrogen sulfide coming off with it. But as it gets more concentrated, apparently more hydrogen sulfide atoms or molecules come out, and then it gets dangerous. So that's why I'm doing it outside. I don't have a fume hood, and I'm staying out of the direction of the fumes. And I'm wearing, well, not right now because I took them off, but I'm wearing gloves, and I'm going to put on a full long sleeve thing, and I'm wearing safety goggles, and I'm also going to be wearing a face mask, because I don't want any of the concentrated stuff getting on me, because that's a little scary. Even though I probably could just run and do a shower real quick and get it off, but yeah. So now I gotta wait for this thing to get more concentrated. Also, the only way I really have to gauge this is like looking at the side of the casserole dish and seeing the amount of liquid in there. So once this thing gets down to, hopefully, like, it'll go down, like it'll lose 50% of like the volume that it takes up, and at that point I'm gonna be happy with it, because I don't expect to get like any 98% stuff, but I'm just gonna be happy with 50% going down. Yeah, so I just gotta wait for that to go down, and I should probably get a face mask, because it's probably gonna start giving off sulfur fumes and stuff. So alright, so it's been boiling for probably 15 minutes now, and I noticed the liquid's turning yellow. So I don't know what that means. I'll probably have to search that up. But, I mean, last time when I made that rocket fuel that blew up my hand, it started changing colors, and I just sort of ignored it, so I don't know. I don't know if that's alright. I guess we'll see. Alright, so I just searched it up, and apparently, I think it's fine. Sulfuric acid just turns yellow when there's like slight impurities. It just changes color a bit, so it should be fine, I think. It is boiling a little bit more than it used to be, but it's still not like a full-on boil, like a pot of water. There's just like little spots where bubbles rise up. And the vapors are not as much as before, I think. Well, it might be, I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the wind changing. But yeah. Alright, so I turned off the cooker because the acid stopped giving off as many vapors, so like I thought maybe it was getting a little too pure, or like it wasn't getting hot enough to boil away the water, and I was getting scared because then maybe it might like I don't know, like turn the hydrogen sulfide into like just let off hydrogen and then that'll like explode or something. I don't know. I'm just scared. Oh, there's an ant on my camera. So I turned it off, and then I went and got a stick and a little leaf. I was gonna, that was gonna be like my little test to see how concentrated it was. And I wasn't expecting it, but I put the stick in and I started rubbing it on the leaf, and the stick started like turning to black goop. So this stuff must be pretty concentrated. I think at least more concentrated than it was, but I really have no idea what the actual number is. It could be like 80% or 50%, could even be just like 38 and they gave me acid that wasn't concentrated at all before. I'm pretty sure it's not 98% or anything like that, but yeah, so that should be good for what I need, I think. But yeah, actually, so this is the little leaf. Can't really see what it did to it too much. I don't think the camera's focusing. But I'm gonna put this in a jar, and then I'm gonna do a couple of tests with it versus the original acid that I got in the carton. Alright, so here there's the acid I boiled. There's the acid straight from the carton. I just added a little bit for some of the tests we're gonna do. So I couldn't tell with the casserole dish, but I had this mason jar filled all the way up to right about there, with this stuff. So actually it did get more than half was boiled away. So this stuff should be like, if I had to guess, around like 80%. So that's really good. And you can see it's real yellow now. I did turn it off, and I did the little stick test, and it turned it black. So now we're gonna do some more in-depth tests, I guess. So first test we're gonna do is I'm gonna pour a little bit and put like I'm gonna have a leaf in each one, and we're gonna compare the rate of how they disintegrate, and maybe I can get a couple of these ants as test subjects. But yeah, so I'm gonna set that up. Alright, so another thing I did notice is that this stuff is a way more oily than the original acid was. This stuff is like, kind of looks and kind of feels like olive oil a little bit. But I'm just going to pour a little bit off. Actually, I'm going to move the pan so it's more on an angle. So this is just the pan that I boiled the acid in the first place. I'm actually going to try and make it so that this thing is standing on a bit more of an angle, so that it all runs down in that corner. So just going to add a little bit right there. So you can't really see it, but there is some in that corner. And for this stuff, oh crap, I forgot my glove. For this stuff over here, it's pretty, I've got like 20 liters of it, so it's pretty fine. I can waste a little bit of it. So I'll just throw the leaf in the actual thing. Yeah, so now let me go get the leaf. Alright, so I've got 2 leaves here. One of them's a little bit bigger, but they're the exact same leaf of the exact same plant. So they're pretty much the same. So I'm going to throw this one into this sulfuric acid, the strong stuff, and this one will just go in this stuff. So we'll start with this stuff. I'll drop that in. And if you look at it, you might notice it might get a little brown. That's the most that's really going to happen for like in a short period of time. Let me get my glove on because I'm scared. So, pick up this leaf and drop it over there. So when I did it with the stick, it pretty much instantly started turning black. The stick did, at least. I should get something to agitate it. Out there. So if I put this leaf right there in the acid, it's gonna dissolve or deteriorate a lot faster than this thing. See this thing? I'm not sure if there's even any changes. Right here, you can see that there is a little brown spot there, but other than that, it's not actually doing that much, not at least as much as I thought it would. On the other side, you can see it's turning yellow. I don't know if the camera can see, but there's like black dots. Yeah, so this is actually, it's not doing as much as I thought it did. It didn't do as much with the stick. Here, let me give this stick a little rub in it. Let me, it does sort of seem like wood. Yeah, see, it seems like the wood, sulfuric acid affects the wood a lot more. See, you can see it turning black in there. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, you can see the leaf at this point. It's turning yellow and there's black dots. And you can see it eating away. This leaf is still like exactly the same. So I think it's safe to say that this stuff is a lot more concentrated than this stuff. I don't really have any way to like figure out by how much. But yeah. This is concentrated sulfuric acid. So this stuff was about up to here. Boiled it, it turned down to here. This is just the stuff I got in the battery acid. I read online that it's probably 38% when you get it in batter for the battery acid. So yeah, boiled down this much. I'm guessing this is around 80% or so. But yeah. Now we're going to do the test. I'm going to put a drop of water, normal water, and see if it does any fizzling stuff. Because apparently you're not supposed to drop water into acid. Alright, here we go. Doesn't seem to affect it that much. So it can't be so pure that, oh dear, it can't be so pure that it's dangerous to drop water into it. I'm still not going to do it, but yeah, just there I deconcentrated it a lot. This stuff is perfectly fine. You can pour as much water in there as you want. I'm not going to try putting water in here, because this is like my concentrated stuff, and kind of took me a while to make. So yeah, that's concentrating sulfuric acid by boiling it in a casserole pan.